What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is Friday. And let me close some of these hundreds of windows. Boom, boom, boom. So, a lot of things on my mind this morning. A lot of things. First off, this is the anniversary day that I got Vern. So, in 2018, today was the day that he came home. Now that that's out of the way. Damn Facebook memories. All right. So yesterday, I thought, it's going to be another $800 day. And at like 3 o'clock, I had about $325. I'm like, all right, this is good. It was actually $247. And then $247 came and I had nothing for about 3 hours. I'm like, oh, boo. So didn't get there, but got to the 600 again. So $637, a little bit higher than the day before. So at least I got there. So that's good. Split 38 sold, 33 promoted, only 5 organic. A 97-13 split. So the organics looks like was the issue yesterday. So that's what I'm trying to work out now. Like, what causes those organic days to go, 0 to 5, from 0 to 5 items sold to 10 to 15 items sold? What's the difference in those days? This morning, 8 items sold, 7 promoted, 1 organic. A little late today. For some reason, I slept in. We are at 11 a.m. I'm at $144. So, yeah, I think top 5 of the week. Top 5 categories of the week. I got a feeling hats are not going to be first again because my hats have been extremely low for some reason. All right, let's see here. Number 5 for the week is NFL items. Football, $215, up 181%. Vinyl records at number 5, $280, down 35%. And for the first time ever, number 3, men's hats, $801, up 11.2%. Number 2, music CDs, $919, up 2.7%. And number 1, music cassettes. Music cassettes. It's weird that one day I put up a bunch of cassettes and boom, 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 they just started flowing. So I think this weekend, as I'm doing my drafting thing, I'm going to concentrate on hats and see if the hats take off again. Because and I guess maybe just because I haven't been listing them. So if eBay's working that way again, where it always seemed like it worked that way a little bit, but not that drastic. So curious to see. $979, up 234% on the cassettes. So crazy. Oh, my goal this year, see how close I can get all 5 of my top 5 categories at $1,000. Usually the top 3 are usually over and or pretty close, but the 4 and 5 are usually nowhere in contention. So my goal is to get a 4 and a 5 that's up near that $1,000 range. This piece of hair sticking out's bothering me. So that's the goal for this year. So we'll see what we can do there. I have to put some thought into that. Begin, I'd have to figure out what I can get or have in abundance to actually get to that point. CDs, cassettes, and hats I got. I don't have enough vinyl records to get there. I don't have enough I may have enough sports stuff in the hat category in, in storage, maybe. So I got to figure that out. Or do I concentrate on something like shoes, which could have a bigger average price so it could get up there quicker? So that might be the way to go, because I got lots of shoes. That might be the way to go for at least one of them. So that being said, yeah, yesterday I was having, trying to accept offers. It kept airing out. And overnight too, I only got like 3 offers overnight, and still had like a 9-hour period where only 1 item sold. So, call it what you want there. Not going to argue with you no matter what you think. I know what I think. Most of you guys know what I think. So, that being said too, now going to YouTube. So I was kind of been playing with YouTube a little bit when it comes to the title and the thumbnail. And I've always kind of known this, but I was kind of playing on it to kind of reassure myself that this theory is correct. I know how to get 1,000 views on my video. I know how to get 2,000 views on my video. The 2,000 areas where I've been just kind of avoiding, just because I'm just way more playful with the thumbnails and the title. Then they push, 7 to 1,000 views. When I put something like the one I put the graph of what I've sold, my eBay graph, money graph, and then put a vague statement. There is one reseller you should not listen to. Basically just kind of playing on myself. You shouldn't listen to me type of thing. But it could be taken the other way, like, oh, is he going to talk bad about somebody, right? 2,000 views. So I've been playing with it like that. So I know how to get more views with my videos. But it's like, do I really want to keep playing that game? It gets old after a while, Every once in a while, fine, like that graph thing. Every once in a while, it's fine. But like playing that game every day, it just gets kind of old for me. It's not creative. It's not anything. So since I think I got a grasp on the reseller community when it comes to who watches my videos, I think this weekend I'm going to start coming up with different strategies on how to reach outside of just resellers. So if you watch these videos and you are not a reseller, or you do it very little, or as a side hustle, what do you like best in any of my videos that you've seen or I've done or whatever? Because I'm thinking that if I find one video niche, not necessarily this morning shipping video, but like a video midday or something to reach outside of resellers. And I've been talking about this for a long time, but I'm trying to narrow it down now. And even with these morning videos, since you guys know what they are, I've got at least the 1,000 that are do click on pretty much all of them, which I appreciate. Thank you much. I know I can play with the thumbnails and play with the title, and you know what the video is going to be. But then what can I reach outside of you guys with these morning videos? Or is there something I could incorporate in these morning shipping videos that might be more appealing to other people also, but also in turn being more informative and or entertaining for you also? So that's what I'm going to start playing with in my head and see if I can figure out and try to branch out a little bit instead of just trying to rely on, getting that 2,000 view per video every video type of thing, because it's old and repetitive to me. And so many people do it. I mean, so many rebuild. I mean, that's the basic focus of the YouTube eBay reseller world, is to get those views from other resellers, because that's where your core audience is. It's trying to, everybody's trying to grab that core audience. Where I'm thinking, well, instead of just keep trying to grab at that core audience, try to grab other audiences. So that's what I'm going to think about. Alrighty. Let's see. We ordered a couple of records from you, and they have been stuck in Missouri City, Texas processing center for a week now. If you look it up, this is a huge issue that has impacted a lot of people and small businesses, including us as resellers lately. Obviously, no, the delivery delay isn't something you have control over, but I wonder what you do when eBay dings you for late shipments when you're shipping something on time and it's delayed somewhere down the line. Maybe with your number of sales, it doesn't matter in the long run. Well, actually, we don't get dinged for those. Once it gets scanned at the post office we drop it off at, then we are no longer dinged for anything. Just if it doesn't show up, then we have to deal with it that way. If you order 2 records, then they went media mail. Media mail is always the last to get processed. In the big, like a lot of times it'll get stuck in Memphis, Tennessee, and sometimes it can sit there for a week on media mail. So depending on the hubs where they are, media mail can sit for a week before they get to it. So that doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be alarmed by it. It will get there. If it made it that far, it usually definitely gets there. So, and then like everything else, all my stuff's guaranteed if something does happen along the way. So refunds, no questions, just boom, take care of the people. Music is your best therapy. I agree. Music is great therapy. James, here another one that don't watch your videos. Look at the comments. They started as a question. I haven't seen that one. I've just been kind of ignoring them lately. Or playing with them. Or I haven't even been playing with them lately. I've just been responding to other people saying, don't worry, who are responding back. I'm like, they don't watch the videos anyway. They just feed off. That's what I noticed. A lot of the trolls, they don't actually watch the videos. Like if like this video, I don't feel I've complained up to this point, but if I made a thumbnail and or a title that sounds complaintful, they'll just type on there, oh, James is complaining again, but they didn't watch the video. So I've done that many times, so I kind of know their MO now and what they do. So yeah, I don't, is not vying anymore. Lost my mother Christmas Eve last year. I can relate to this pain. So sorry. Responding to, I probably talked about losing my dad on Christmas morning. There is forever a million ways to do anything. That is true. I love dinos. The picture of all those dinos I took pictures of. James, how do you see if your store is international? You speak of different websites. I appreciate you explaining this. Love your videos. Keep it up. It is Web Interprets. Web Interprets is an outside company that eBay is okay with. Actually, eBay used to promote them. That's how I found them. I found them on my Seller Hub one day when eBay was promoting them on the Seller Hub many, many years ago. What they do is take up to 20,000 of your items, put them on whatever international site you want them on. You can pick and choose. And all they do is take 5% of what the item sells for. And that's how they make their money. And you can actually even promote on those sites if you choose to, which I think I got mine set at 10% for the international websites. But you just got to know what you can and cannot sell in other countries. So there's a small list. If you look at some of my videos, you'll find things like new Levi's, new Nikes. Don't mess with international. And they have a thing on that Web Interprets where you can type in specific words and it'll block anything you have in there. So I put Nike, I put Levi's, I put phones because a lot of cordless phones can't go to the UK. because of the frequencies they're on. They're kind of looked at as spying devices, I guess. So I put phones, cordless phones, put that just keywords in there just so it can block it. So you just got to know what you can and can't sell to some of the places. Radar detectors, I think, is another one that you can't go overseas with because of the frequency again. And it's not all of them, but I just block them all. So there's no question. Because I think it's a certain frequency. So. All right. Let me get to shipping because I got like 21 items here. And I'm running late today. See what sold. Only one sold since I pulled. And now Jan's taking a bath so you can hear the water. And we've got one to the Netherlands, one to UK overnight. So a couple of international. All right, first up, going to Williamsburg, Missouri. We got a lot of 20 DVDs sold for $12. $12.96. Okay. Nikki. Alright, let's get moving here. We got a Vera Bradley little change purse clutch thingy. Sold for $5.50, headed to Gainesville, Florida. Boom, 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 boom. She wants me to get gas in her car before she has to go to work. So I need to get moving. Moving. Samantha. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'll do with this video when it comes to the thumbnail of today. Maybe I'll try something new. Hootie and the Blowfish cassette single. Sold for $6, headed to Columbus, Indiana. But got a decent amount of stuff here. Some different stuff, as you've seen already a little bit. A clutch and a lot. I still haven't heard nothing about my food coming in the mail yet. They did say between the 12th and the 16th, so should hear something this weekend, I would think. Mackin Cattle Company hat. Sold for $6, headed to Minnesota. And I did order my 3 boxes from eBay, and they already shipped. So hopefully they'll be here about Tuesday, and I should have enough to get me through till then, so I don't have to buy supplies yet. Boop 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 boop. Freewheeling. Tuesday, Freewheeling CD. Sold for $5, headed to Illinois. It was an X radio station copy. Michael. All right, James Horton, The Legend. CD sold for $7, headed to North Carolina. I gotta. When I'm trying to figure out what type of person to grab next for this channel, that's the thing. Like, what would be, like, when you do something, what's your customer base, right? Who are you going after? Like, I don't know who I'm going after. That's the biggest problem. All I know is people other than resellers. So it's like, okay, I'd have to figure out who I'm targeting before I can figure out how to target them, right? So I'm like, kind of, isn't it? And I guess what you can take as a reseller from this experiment, if I keep talking about it and keep trying it, is this the same way with business? Who's your target audience, and who are you going after? Like with my business, it's all over the place. I don't have and it's a bad one. My whole thing was I'm going after everybody. I don't recommend you do that because it's a lot of hard work, as you can see. But I was dead set on making it work. But I don't think it's going to be that easy when it comes to the video. People's time. Women's Adidas hat. Sold for $10, headed to Cypress, Texas. And like with my shorts, that's what I like about the shorts. They kind of go in any direction. And on some of them where I'm making like a stupid, goofy, bad joke comment thing, that could be directed to anybody who finds it funny. So it's gotta figure that out. I thought about before going after people who watch the economic videos. All right, we got a Denali Alaska t-shirt sold for $11, headed to Alabama. But I think a lot of people who watch those videos want to get rich quick type of thing, and that's obviously not what this is. And I do know that when it comes to my watchers on this channel, it's always usually about 60% men, 40% women. So maybe I try to go after the single mom or the stay-at-home mom who wants a side hustle, who wants to do something. I mean, that's basically how I started. I was a stay-at-home dad. And I took care of the kids, and so maybe I go in that direction. And then maybe give tips on when I started the business and I was raising 2 kids basically and doing all the errands and the run-ins and still building the business at the same time. So maybe that's an angle, right? So it's something I can relate to. It's a thought. It's a funk. We got these Gloria Vanderbilt women's jeans. I think that came from the bins. Brand new in the package. Sold for $17. Headed to North Richmond Hills, Texas. Because like somebody like the homeschooled picker or homeschooling picker, what forget her name, exact name. You know, when you do those kind of videos, you bring in people who just like people who are watching, you know, who enjoy yard sales, not necessarily a reseller. People who like finding treasures and things that are worth things, basically. So I kind of understand why those videos explode the way they do. But I'm not in the position to do every video like that because I've got enough stuff sitting already. So how can I utilize where I'm at? We've got this little Winston Russ bear. So for $8, headed to Utah. I'll go ahead and throw you in a box since you're nice and small. You know, this, like some of my thumbnails and such stated here and there, the whole boring items make money also. Which that's only really technically targeted to resellers and even a smaller niche of resellers. Because a lot of the resellers who watch some videos want the whole high dollar, quick flip type of stuff, right? It's not about building something. So, and I've kind of used that one here and there too, like the whole foundation, you know, build a foundation, build a business that sustains you over weeks, over months. So it's about, I guess, trying to figure out which direction I want to go and hone in as good as I can on that direction. Got this cool Be Safe WRMC hat here, sold for $20, headed to Covington, Tennessee. Perfect. Christina. Next up, we got Todd Rundgren on vinyl. That sold for $8, headed to Bend, Oregon. Or do I do something like whatever sold most in the video? Like yesterday's video, aim it toward cassette people. Today's video, aim it toward CD people. When I sell a lot of hats, aim it toward hat people. I thought, oh, that's where my head is right now with all that. And just like I think a lot of the other resellers on YouTube, if you notice, we got this Ohio hat, Buckeyes, sold for $5, headed to Virginia. Like, it usually takes one type of video that is very narrowed to something that kind of explodes and gets you a lot of subscribers, but it doesn't necessarily bring you more viewers. I mean, it goes up a little, but like if you do, you know, like a video that's more coin related, there's a huge coin thing out there. So not only are you just getting resellers, you're getting coin collectors and maybe pawn shops, you know, different things like that. So, but they don't necessarily watch every video because not every video is based around coins. Daryl. Next up, we've got U2 Zeropa CD. Good, that needs resurface. Sold for $7, headed to Hancock, New Hampshire. I was working in a music store when this came out. This was like 93-ish, I think, right? Yeah, 1993. I had just started working in a music store, and new releases would come out on Tuesdays. So this was like a big anticipated album. To me, this band's way overrated. I'm not a fan of U2 at all. But it was going to be this big thing. So the store manager, SL, who I found not too long ago on Facebook a couple weeks after he died. I'm like, oh, he was just in Hannibal. But so he got wheeled. He put all the CDs on this metal cart where they could be shown, and we wrapped it all in saran wrap so nobody could get into it, and just displayed it saying "Coming Tuesday." I just remember that album being like my first experience with like a big release working in a music store. Let me see what that was. That was a $29 offer. Plus I got 2 others here. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Pair of jeans that I bought for $1 when I used to do the retail arbitrage at the clearance shoe store. I just relisted them. Well, 3. I relisted 3 of the pairs. I've got tons more of different sizes I need to get up. And they're giving $29. I would take it. And I got 2 others here. And some of these horses, I always forget how to pronounce the name. Schleich. They make the animals. I think it's probably my last 2 horses, night horses. Oh, it's a knight and a horse he wants. Okay, cool. You got them. That's $11 there for both of those. Okay, back to here. We got this Beethoven CD. Let's go headed to Texas. Sold for $9 or $7.20. Next up, we got some Levi's low-rise women's denim jeans. Sold for $16, headed to Rochester, Pennsylvania. Or do I, do something and see, whatever I do, I got to kind of stick with, I think, for a period of time. I think for algorithm purposes, right? Or do I just come at it something like how I survived on eBay for 22 years type of thing? Do I come at it at that angle? Because then you might get more people who are interested in the stories. But then that means I need to tell stories. I guess I just kind of did on this video, didn't I? But is that enough story? What is enough story? Yeah. So if you guys have any feedback, let me know below. Any feedback? Any thoughts? We got this Minnie Mouse thing that's headed to California. Sold for $16. I think this one was from the bins. Also. I don't know if you're going to fit in this box. You fit. I think I got a bunch of Mickey and Minnie and headbands like this in storage too from retail arbitrage days. from Walgreens clearance. Got a Kenneth Cole little leather wallet. Sold for $8. Headed to Alabama. I accidentally put that one cassette in here that I didn't pull yet. And let me remove that one. Okay, what's the name on that? Robin. All right. $83 in shipping fees. Confirm and pay. I get 2 international. Print labels. I don't think I got enough for a record today. Nope. All right. Robin. A friend I grew up with, Steve, one of his sisters was named Robin, and she ended up getting like totally manipulated by the guy she married. Like, she used to be a radio DJ and everything, and she just, from what I understand, she's still with him, and he just controls her life. Like, the kids have already left the house. They want nothing to do with them, do with their father. He really messed the kids up. All of his mental games and crap. Mental abuse. It's a serious thing. That family was so messed up, the one that he's from, that even his brother went to jail for inappropriate things to minors. Just sick in the head people. Jackie Brown. Heidi? I don't know no Heidi. Jerry? Jerry grew up with a guy named Jerry, but we called him Noopy. He was, he couldn't speak. He was one of the kids in the neighborhood we grew up with. We always knew what he was saying. We knew him so well. And he always carried around a 2-liter of soda with him. Always had his 2-liter. Looking back, thinking back on all those, like, the neighborhood I grew up in was so diverse and just like so many characters. It was so, freaking awesome way to grow up. Just everybody, I mean, nobody has money really, and just before the internet, and just hanging in the alleys, on the street, with so many different characters and stuff. All right, these two don't have to go till, I'll do those when I get back then. I'll drop a shipment off in the morning. All right, so, and I'm only at 154 at 11:42. So, starting off a little slow. Need to get some of that stuff listed today that I've drafted though. Or do I don't know, I'm just still in a picture taking mode. I got 400 items, pictures taken for in drafts. I'm just still in that picture taking mode. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do from there. Anyway. All right, got resurfacing to do. Print out that. All right, thanks everybody. Kind of short, quick video today. I will see you all in the next video. Later.